Welcome, my warrior brothers. This is Archangel. How is everyone today? I just wanted to tell you that I went to sleep last night with a smile on my face. The kind of smile that comes from deep satisfaction. You see, I propagate liberation for males from devaluation and disposal, and I have a passion for doing these videos because this is a planetary platform in which I can affect the most change the quickest. However, I do not hang up my Liberation Warrior hat as soon as I have uploaded content. This is me all the time. The passion, the sarcasm, the vehemence that you hear in my videos is continued into everyday life. I tend to the hurting, devalued males, and I try foisting red pills onto the fat, happy blue pill males. Now, I love my brothers around the world, yet rarely do I get to observe the difference made in an awakening male's life. So I peddle red pills all day, every day, whether I am on the computer or in everyday interactions. And I want to share some breakthroughs with my internet brothers around the world. You see, I usually receive mockery and ridicule for my male liberating efforts. I am inundated with males going about the business of disposability. I daily hear males talk about a new girl that they met with hope and excitement in their voice, like she might be different from all the rest. Or I hear the whipped husbands who submit to the boss. Or seeing any number of males perform white knighting services every minute everywhere I go. So I do get excited to witness an awakening every once in a while, the blossoming of a new male juxtaposed with the deluge of gynocentric males that laugh at me and my crazy male devaluation theories. I have quite a few males I am working on, and few have yielded fruit. Yet a few seeds that I have planted have taken to root. And I want to share with you a couple of our successes, because I help other males for us. These are successes for us all. So one guy I have been talking to on and off has been seeing the discrepancies of female advertisement and the actual product. Yet he is a nice guy and was being strung along by a female he was interested in. Now, he has had ill relations before, and he was being strung along enough to be able to observe female behavior. Then I came along and picked up on his predicament, and of course my prescription, a supra dose of red pills. Over the course of many months and countless hours of chatting about everything from females to spirituality, the other day he finally conceded female nature, and that males really can only walk away from and thus reject male usury and utility. Yes, he told me this. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, it's called MGTOW philosophy. Now, I had not once mentioned the acronym MGTOW to him, yet I certainly, over the course of our chats, unloaded male devaluation, disposal, gynocentrism, and hypergamy into his mental banks. Then the other day, he said, you know what? I think I would have come to this conclusion on my own eventually. You just accelerated that realization. Yes! This shows me that in real time, males are coming to the same conclusion about females and society all on their own. These awakenings are happening this very moment everywhere around the world. Red pills are alive and well. I want to mention another guy who is a wonderful being. Not even a couple years ago, he was overstressed by his job, drinking a gallon or more of soda a day, chewing, he was on depression medication amongst other prescriptions. He was digging himself a hole, and he was unhappy. Then, through Herculean effort on his own part, he started coming to the gym, and that's where I got a hold of him. He had seen the indiscrepancies of females, and thus he was receptive to my red pills, and I have watched him change his body and, more importantly, grow as a person. I did my best to supercharge his awakening, though his progress is all due to his greatness. He has always been a diamond. We just needed to remove the charcoal society and gynocentrism has been slapping on his exterior for so many years. He told me that he now sees male devaluation everywhere. It's amazing. I know, it's crazy, huh? I replied to him. He also tells me that he sees now that he is not a piece of crap like society tells him he is, like he thought he was while he was laboring under gynocentrism, and he realizes he has value and worth. This is so awesome to see. I know he understands because he gives me ideas for videos. He is an amazing individual. Another guy is a grocery stalker at a local store, and I chat with him when I'm shopping. Some 6 months ago, he had a girlfriend, and he would tell me how he loved her and describe the white knighting things he would do for her. So I told him over the course of many visits about female nature, gynocentrism, male devaluation, etc. Then I hadn't talked to him for a while, and the other night I was in that store getting some things on the way home, and I saw him. I wanted to get home quickly, so I didn't have any time for chit-chat. Yet for some unknown reason, I stopped to talk to him. Well, he unloaded his goings-on as of late. So, his girlfriend cheated on him, then tried to co-opt him back by saying she was pregnant, then had a miscarriage. Moreover, his friends had abandoned him to hook up with her or took her side on everything. So he finally told her to get lost, otherwise he would file a restraining order. I felt for him. He had numerous awakenings hitting him at once. So as he tells me this, I just listened and let him vent. He proceeds to tell me that women really do not care. They are all about themselves, and how come he had never seen it before? He tells me, I am the one who is smart. I am the one with ambitions. I am the one working on my master's. What do I need a female for? He then tells me how he stopped the social media and is now working out and making himself better, tending to his wants and needs. He goes on to relay that when he talks to other males about this stuff, he knows that they have no idea what he is talking about, and thus he was excited that I, another male, agreed with him and saw reality. So I told him, oh, you have no idea. I preach reality to males every day in person and on the internet. So then my quick grocery trip turned into us covering the gamut, from male devaluation to hypergamy. And the more we talked, the more excited and animated he became that I was confirming his observations and assertions. So, knowing him as I do, I had to throw in the "I told you so," that I had mentioned this stuff to him long ago when he was a happy blue pillar, which his friends and associates still are. This is why they can't relate to his new observations. It was exciting to see his awakening, and he told me, you know what? It was painful, but I'm excited now, and I am better now, and I am free. I could see the excitement in his eyes. He was not off to unicorn hunt. He was off on the greatest journey of his life, the discovery of his true greatness. I told him, you know what? I preach male devaluation and disposability to males everywhere, and he totally looked at me enthusiastically and said, how can I help? Let me know what I can do to help you. Oh, hell yeah. And finally, let me leave you with another triumph that I find personally satisfying. So I know another guy who is a good person with a lot of potential. I was bouncing ideas and proselytizing reality to him before I had even started a YouTube channel. He can't really be MGTOW because he has a girlfriend, a house, a daughter, and is one that I reached just a little too late. But he understands. Anyhow, his girlfriend had their second child a week or so ago. A son. Now, at the time she conceived last year, she had cheated on him, and so he had no illusions about romance. When he told me this, I immediately started reading him The Riot Act. Not about female nature. He saw that for himself with his girlfriend, but rather I began a crusade to keep his son intact. Last week, when I had heard that she had had the child, I said, you're not going to circumcise, right? Remember everything we've talked about? So he says he's going to get a paternity test first before deciding anything. So I told him, even if he is not yours, do him a favor, have compassion on another human being, leave him intact. So I asked him just the other night if he had received the paternity results. He concluded that the boy is his, and I immediately said, you're not going to cut him, right? So he says, well, they don't do it right away, so it'll be a while. and me, not missing a beat, said, "No matter when it is deemed appropriate, you're not gonna cut him, right?" "Probably not," was his reply. Now, I know I was making a nuisance of myself, but I didn't care. I pushed him. I said, "Please, tell me you won't. I'm fighting for your son's welfare. Give him that gift of choice. Promise me you won't." So he looks at me and says, "No, I won't." Oh, I felt so good after that. I helped an anonymous male keep his sovereignty and anatomy intact. I may fail to help millions of other brutalized males around the world, but I have fought to make a difference in one male's life. How awesome is that? Male liberation gets another point. So, my friends, I just wanted to share a few of our successes as male liberation warriors. Events like this are happening today and will happen tomorrow, just as I have been recounting those that happened yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. I have a plethora of red pill failures, though I have planted seeds, and when things do go south for these males that I have preached to, they will remember my words when I try to awaken them, even though they were not ready at the time. Yet here I got to personally witness advancements. All these manifestations happened within the last week. Isn't it Hannibal from the A-Team that says, "I love it when a plan comes together"? Well, Archangel loves it when an awakening comes to fruition. I am not saying they are out of the woods, nor that they won't slip and fall, or even pull a cipher, but I can claim victory of their mental liberty. That is my quest, the liberation of male minds. For even though we are all still deemed disposable in society's eyes, even though we must interact within a paradigm of devaluation and gynocentrism, still, when a male owns his faculties, he is free and cannot unsee reality, or simply dump the red pills from his hard drive short of a total hard drive erase, meaning some form of amnesia. When I see the spark of awakening in a male's eyes, I know we have another victory, for we seek the liberation of male minds. The heart, the soul, the body, everything else is a natural organic eventuality and falls into place on its own. Yeah, this is too cool. I just wanted you all to hear about some of your victories here on the ground in the trenches. So piss off, Vaginisty, you just got punked out of a few more drones. My brothers, my friends, stand with me, live free.